Okay, hello everyone. Sorry, I forgot to send the link, but you can always join at 1:30 with the link which I had sent to you guys, because it's a repetitive, it's a recurrent lecture. So the password is BioNL and the meeting ID is always going to remain the same, and the link is always going to remain the same. So you don't have to worry about whether you have joined how can you join the lecture without a link. You can just go ahead and click on the same link. I think Soumya and Nena were able to join, but they left thinking that there is no lecture or something like that. But no, we have lecture at 1:30. So generally we have I have made this schedule of 11:30 to 12:15 and then 1:30 to 2:50. Okay, so yeah, as many more than half of the participants are there, so I wanted to talk about the message I just sent on the group. It's about the Chromatography and Spectroscopy Institute. They are conducting a webinar on HPLC method validation and method development. Okay, so I really want you guys to go ahead and enroll. I have also sent the link of the form in the on our WhatsApp group. Did you guys get it? If you want,
Yes, ma'am, we get it.
okay. So if you want, I can copy it here as well. I really want you guys to go ahead and register for that webinar. See, I'm sending it here as well. Okay. Because it will be a very important webinar for you people for HPLC method development. It's like, what is the current scenario that is going on in terms of HPLC method development and method validation. And these are the people who are working in the industry right now, so they can give you a better insight of what is going on right now. And you might get to study some case studies or something like that, right? So everybody is going to register for the same. Is tomorrow at 10 a.m. Okay. Let's see, even I myself have also registered for the webinar. Let's see how it goes, right? So 10 o'clock से अगर बहुत देर तक अपना webinar ही चलेगा, so we will see how can we schedule the lecture or something like that, or otherwise we can schedule one session depending on when it ends, right? They have not given any time as of now from 10 a.m. to how long it will go. If it goes for very long, then let's see how we can work on it. Okay. But I want you guys to attend that particular webinar. It's very important for you people. You guys got it? Everybody is going to register through this link. Just fill up your कल ईद है but you can maybe register and just keep one headphone in your ear and work on uh, yes, if you can manage, Musrat and also Razina, you guys must be celebrating Eid, but then if you can manage, definitely just join it. For now, you just fill up the form. Tomorrow you can figure it out, whether it is hectic for you or whatever. Okay. So let's start with our topic of Sanger sequencing, right? So yes, yesterday the meeting got disconnected uh, because of my internet issue. I hope everybody is there almost. Yes. So we can start with the lecture, and yes, I will start with the method part only. So we know that Sanger developed a method for sequencing a DNA, right? So what exactly he did in that method? He created 4 reactions in 4 different tubes where he added all the ingredients that are needed, such as DNA polymerase, the primer, and the DNTPs, and DD, ATP, DDCTP, DDGTP, and DDGTP, right? So what exactly he did to sequence DNA? 4 separate reactions are necessary. So one to provide the sequence information about each of the nucleotides, right? So each reaction contains template DNA, a short primer about 20 nucleotide, DNA polymerase, and 4 DNTPs, one radioactively labeled. So DNTP, 4 DNTP, yes, one will be radioactively actively labeled, and only one type of DDNTP, which will be either DDATP, ATC, TCG, means any one of the thing will be there in each reaction. Okay, so you can see यहाँ पे yesterday I had told you. So we have template DNA, DNA polymerase, primer, and we have DNTPs radio labeled. Only one of it will be radio labeled, and we have DDATP. ठीक है, DDCTP, DDTTP, and DDGTP. So these four reactions we have. Why he is trying to do that? Because you want to get uh, only one nucleotide जहाँ पे reaction फिर end हो जाएगा, and after putting it on the gel, after doing the gel electrophoresis, you will see the overlapping sequences, and starting from smaller fragment to higher fragment you will read. ठीक है, so from starting from smaller fragment, that means that is the first nucleotide that is present on the DNA. Then a higher fragment will be second nucleotide, third nucleotide. How it is, I will tell you. So the mixture is first heated to denature the template DNA, which is the same kind of a procedure which is followed for PCR also nowadays, to separate the template DNA, means the DNA which is of interest, of which we want to find out the sequence, then cooled so that the primer can be bind to the single stranded template DNA. And this is the same reaction which is taking place as that of what? Your DNA replication. Because you have single stranded DNA, you are trying to make a double stranded DNA using this reaction. But then only thing you want it to happen is like you want to create fragments. For example, if this is the reaction of DDATP, so you want to create fragments over here. So there will be one fragment over here. Just a minute, I will show you. So DDATP hai, A will bind with where? T, right? So this will be one fragment. This only this much. Okay. Then another fragment will be this much. Another fragment will be this much. Then another fragment will be this much, right? So I'm taking this as this thing, this one as upper strand as a template DNA. I'm very sorry, I should have taken the lower strand as a template DNA. So what I'm trying to tell you over here is wherever there is a T, ठीक है, जहाँ पे भी T रहेगा वहाँ पे reaction terminate हो जाएगा, right? So the reaction will get terminated wherever there is T, and it will be terminated in such a way that it cannot get elongated further, right? Because DDATP will be in such a way that it doesn't have that hydroxyl group at third carbon atom, and hence it will not allow for further elongation, right? So the DNA polymerase makes no distinction between DNTPs and DDNTPs. So DNA polymerase doesn't understand DNTP kaun sa hai and dideoxy NTP kaun sa hai. It will just keep on recruiting either in the this thing, what you say, DNTPs, which will be for AGC, AGC in this case, and it will not recruit. It will recruit sorry, it will be for TGC over here, and it will recruit DDATP wherever there is a T, so that the reaction will be ending at every point wherever there is a T, right? For all other nucleotides A, G, C, there will be normal DNTPs. Okay? So each time a DDNTP is incorporated, in this case DDATP. So in this case DDNTP synthesis is terminated and a DNA strand of discrete size is generated. So just now I told you we'll be getting fragments of DNA wherever we'll be incorporating the DDATP. Okay? In this sequencing example, the DDATP, that is purple, has terminated the reaction. ये सारा purple जो है, ये सारा क्या है? DDATP. And the DATP happens to be radioactive tracer, but this has no effect on the elongation. Okay? So only thing you must remember that at every point, whatever dideoxynucleotide we have chosen, that dideoxynucleotide will be incorporated at the complementary base on the DNA template and stopping the further elongation of the DNA strand. Okay, and this is the way you generate different length of fragments of DNA, which you can later overlap and learn what is the exact sequence of the DNA is. So because billions of DNA molecules are present, the elongation reaction can be terminated at any adenine position. This results in collection of DNA strands of different lengths. And the same is true for other three terminators. So currently we look for adenine as example. So same will be for thymidine and cytosine and guanine. Okay? So the same will be, so each reaction tube will be generating fragments of different length. Okay. And each reaction is then loaded into a separate lane of polyacrylamide gel containing urea, which prevents DNA strands from renaturing during the electrophoresis. So ionized phosphate gives the DNA molecule a negative charge. So this is the particular principle they are talking about, gel electrophoresis, which we have learned very deeply in our first and second semester. So ionized phosphate gives the DNA molecule a negative charge, so DNA migrates towards the positive pole of an electric field, and the movement of the DNA molecule through the polyacrylamide matrix is size dependent. So lower size of the DNA will be traveling faster compared to the higher size of the DNA. This we know very well. So over the course of electrophoresis, shorter DNA molecule will move further down the gel than the larger one, and the millions of the terminated molecules of the same size will migrate to the same pole and band in the J. ठीक है, so जो सारे same size के रहेंगे वो एक जगह पे ही travel करेंगे. We will see one band only for all those same size molecules. Then after gel electrophoresis, the gel is sandwiched against the X-ray. So this particularly method is used in is used for X-ray filming. So whenever you have a separation, since they have labeled the DDNTP radio label, they have used the DDATP which are radio labeled. So hence they will be going for a X-ray filming of that particular gel. Okay. In our case, we use ethidium bromide. So we go ahead and you look at your gel under the UV illuminator, right? And then you can see how the pattern of DNA has been is showing, and whether we have got any DNA or not, right? And different fragments of the DNA will be also separated depending on their size. So the sequencing of the gel is then read from bottom to top. So how will you read the gel? You will be reading the gel from bottom to top. Okay? And the sequence of the band is various terminator lengths gives the sequence of the nucleotide in the template DNA. So from bottom में जो भी at the bottom whatever band I am getting, we know that these are the smallest fragments and these are the largest fragments. So you will be starting to read the DNA, which will be the complete. So how you exactly have to read the this thing is, you have to read it from down to top, and the complementary of the sequence will be the original sequence of your DNA template, right? Because this will be from 3' to 5', and you do the complementary sequence of it. So for example, यहाँ पे अगर TGACT ऐसा अगर रहा, so I'll be writing TAGCT, and whatever the complementary of sequence will be there, so it will be ATG whatever, that would be my original sequence of the DNA of interest, and that is how I will decode the sequence of the DNA. Is my screen paused? Just a minute. Were you guys able to see this particular part?
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Okay. So yes. So I hope you guys have understood. I'll be uploading a video also for making it more clear how exactly the sequences reading can be read, and the complementary of that is taken in order to find the original sequence of the DNA. So very simple. You did 4 reactions. Nusrat, you have any doubt since you raised your hand? If you don't have any doubt, we can move on. Okay. So yes. So basically, what Sanger did was, uh, he did 4 reactions separate for each nucleotide, and that each nucleotide he modified. So he modified DDATP. तो ए एडिनाइन वाला जो ट्यूब है उसको उसने मॉडिफाई किया, कर दिया DDATP, DDCTP, DDTTP and DDGTP. And then he got different fragments of the DNA in each reaction tube. And then he loaded those reactions on the electrophoresis, gel electrophoresis, polyacrylamide gel electrophoresis. He did means conducted that method, and then he got fragments from lower size to higher size. And what he did after that is simply he read the fragments from downward to upward position, and he took the reverse of that, reverse complementary of that. Okay, and then he got the original sequence of the DNA template. Very simple he did. So as in when I put the video on the our classroom, please make sure you go through the video and also through the slide at the same time. Then another method for reading the sequence is the process of replication is repeated in a number of cycles. So this is what we do in the PCR as well. Like continuously, you will be making multiple copies of the DNA. And by the time the cycling is complete, it's virtually guaranteed that the dideoxynucleotide will have been incorporated at every single position of the target DNA in at least one reaction. So we are, by repeating this replication, we are making sure that this dideoxynucleotide is incorporated at every single position जहाँ पे उसको incorporate होना चाहिए. Wherever there is if I am having dideoxy ATP, then it will be incorporated at every position wherever there is a T nucleotide, right? That is the tube. That is the tube will contain fragments of different lengths, ending at each of the nucleotide position in original DNA. And the ends of the fragments will be labeled with dyes that indicate their final nucleotide. So this is another method of reading the sequence. So you just label the end with the particular dye. So you read the sequence. अगर green है तो you know this is A. अगर blue है तो you know this is C. अगर yellow है तो you know this is G. So whatever color you have labeled your nucleotide with will be showing over there, like a fluorescence you will be showing, you will be seeing it over there. So after the reaction is done, the fragments are run through a long thin tube containing a gel matrix in a process called capillary gel electrophoresis. So there will be 4 very thin tubes for each different nucleotide. So if you have ATGC, one will be for A, one will be for T, one will be for G, and one will be for C. How it is, we'll see in this particular thing over here. So short fragments move quickly through the pores of the gel, while longer fragments move more quickly, slowly. As such fragment crosses the finish line at the end of the tube, it's eliminated by the laser, allowing the attached dye to be detected. So जैसे ही वो so basically जो सैंगर ने किया वैसे ही हम अभी यहाँ पे कर रहे हैं in a much more sophisticated manner by putting a dye at each on every nucleotide, dideoxynucleotide. And so whenever it is passing through that electrophoresis, capillary gel electrophoresis part, and whenever it is reaching the detector, it will be eliminated. So if it is having A, it will be eliminated with the blue light, whatever color you have given it with. Then from the colors of the dyed registered one after another on the detector, the sequence of the original piece of the DNA can be built up on the nucleotide at the same time. So Sanger's sequencing method was very tedious. right? He had to do so many 4 tubes लो, उसमें reaction करो, फिर उसके बाद उसको gel electrophoresis उसका करवाओ polyacrylamide. Then people thought about it, how you can advance in this technology. So currently, whatever replication of DNA, that is multiple copy formation of the DNA that is done, it is done with the help of PCR. And the next thing you have to do is load that PCR product onto your capillary gel electrophoresis, and all other work will be taken care by the machine. ठीक है, end में you will be seeing a result which will be just blueprint of whatever sequence of the DNA is there. In the sense, you will be seeing color dots. अगर A है तो blue, T है तो green, C है तो yellow, G है तो pink या फिर red. I'm sorry. So like that you will be reading. So from the color of the dye registered one after the another, the sequence of the original piece of DNA can be built up on the nucleotide at the time, and the data recorded by the detector consists of a series of peaks in fluorescence intensity. So generally, if you see the data, you will be seeing peaks like this of different color. Okay, so this is how you will see ATGC, different color के peaks you will see. Okay. And then the data recorded by the detector consists of a series of the peaks in the fluorescence intensity, and the DNA sequence is read from peak in the chromatogram. Okay, so intensity in the sense, just now we talked that we are going to do the multiple reaction. So there are high chances, अगर तुम्हारे multiple DNA templates रहेंगे एक ही reaction में, तो there are high chances तुम्हें एक ही size के fragments बहुत सारे मिलेंगे. So if you have more than one fragment of DNA of same size, the intensity of the fluorescent dye at that particular detection site will be higher, right? So this is the instrument which is called as capillary. With the help of capillary gel electrophoresis, will be seeing what you will be decoding the sequence of the DNA. So you have this temple different size of DNA that you have done with the help of dideoxynucleotide. So you have they have colored T as red, C as blue, A as green, and G as pink. Right. So primer extension and chain termination. So this particular reaction is what? Nothing but primer extension and chain termination. So this is what we are doing with the help of Sanger's method of sequencing a DNA. Then we are passing all these fragments through this thin tube of capillary gel electrophoresis. And as it is passing through capillary gel electrophoresis tube, what we are seeing, see over here, different colors are there over here. They have shown in the picture. And as the laser is reading each nucleotide that is passing through this particular capillary gel electrophoresis, the one which we are, the one which are labeled with a dye will be detected by the detector, and you will be getting a chromatogram over here of the sequence, which you can easily read with the color coding you have done for the dideoxy ATP. Very simple. This particular machine is available at Khalsa NIB, right? And we always go there. This year. It was your turn to go ahead and see the DNA sequencer. They have a DNA sequencer, and every year we take students over there to see the DNA sequencing. And I think you guys have gone to Khalsa to check the DNA sequencing method. Have you?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, you have seen this then basically. Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. So this is the same thing you guys must have seen over there and they must have told you about, right? So this is a very simple sequencer that we have. But nowadays, even the reaction PCR and everything is joined together, right? So the PCR will be done, the product will be automatically transferred to the sequencer, and immediately you will get the this thing. So only thing that you have to load is your DNA, right? So everything else can be taken care of. Means the only thing that you have to load is your reaction, and everything else will be taken care by the machine. So this is the very basic method of sequencing of a DNA, which is Sanger's method, and how we have put some advanced technique into Sanger's method of detecting a DNA sequence. But currently we have new generation sequencing. ठीक है, ये जो अभी मॉडिफिकेशन जो हमने बोला है, whatever this modification can come under the second generation of DNA sequencing, but we have modified this DNA sequencing. The clothes protect. I'm really sorry for that. So we have gone beyond this, and we have developed new technique called as new generation sequencing, under which also there are 4 to 5 types. Okay, so we'll be reading about those 4 to 5 types also. What all comes under new generation sequencing. But before going there, we'll learn about the Maxima Gilbert method of chemical degradation of DNA sequencing. So that will start tomorrow. For now, we can open the session for discussion. If you guys have any doubts regarding anything, you can ask me. Ketan, are you understanding? Since I can see Ketan. Yeah. Okay. For molecular biology, microbiology and biotechnology student, it might be simple, but then for chemistry people, I want you guys to pay attention. Okay. Somebody's mic is on. Can you just put it on? Yes. And Supriya, everybody is understanding. Tanuja.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Tanuja, you are
Little bit.
understanding. Yes. You go over it, and then if you still don't understand after looking into the video and etc., then we can discuss it again. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. And how about Shraddha, Samruddhi? This chemistry people, I'm little bit worried about. I hope everyone is understanding. Yes, chemistry people might have few doubts. So, but then there is a flow of learning. So in first semester we learned about the basics of molecular biology, and then we went on to replication and etc. etc. Last year we saw, and then how will we carry out the gel electrophoresis? Why do you want to carry out the gel electrophoresis? And now we are little bit advancing into this DNA sequencing. Okay. So my goal is to make you understand at least 60 to 70% of it, and by uploading some material, I'll make sure that you at least reach 90 to 100% of understanding. So that is my goal. So if you don't understand any single part of it, because you might not get it. See, while I'm talking, I feel that you guys are understanding, but it is my knowledge that when I'm talking that whatever I'm saying is pretty much clear, thinking that you know the background. Okay. But for us, it is not feasible right now to again go into the background and history of DNA, RNA, exactly what is ATGC. You have to know that what is ATGC, because when I'm talking about nucleotide, you must know what is a nucleotide. When I talk about dideoxy, why we call it as dideoxy, you should know why, because we have talked about it. Why, how he made dideoxynucleotide. So if you still have any doubt in that, brush up your knowledge. Best book to read is your 12th science book to clear up all these fundas, and then go ahead and learn about all this sequencing, DNA sequencing, because this is new. This is a field now. Bioanalytical sciences में ये जो particular part है ना, molecular biology, now it is going to reach to the heights. ठीक है, especially after this COVID-19 tragedy. So You must learn. This will open up your scope in that particular area as well. Okay. So learn about it. Think about it. There are many things you can do. Okay. So if at all anybody has any doubt, you can talk to me right now, since we have 5 to 6 minutes left. 5 minutes. Vaishnavi, Varad, if anyone has any doubt. If Sandhya has any doubt, Naina has any doubt. Are we clear? Okay. Okay. Okay, then we can end the session for today. I'll be uploading the material for DNA sequencing as well on the group. And make sure you're doing the assignment. If you have any doubts with the assignment, you can either type it on the stream, the Google Classroom stream, or you can message me on the WhatsApp. Okay. So I'm signing off for today. Do make sure that you have you're registering for tomorrow's webinar. So make sure that you're doing that. Okay. By clicking on that link, please go ahead and fill up all the form and make sure that you are enrolled for that webinar. Okay. Then I'm signing off. Samruddhi, yes, Samruddhi, you have any doubt? You have raised your hand. Okay. Okay. Okay, then I'll see you all tomorrow. Let's see how we can schedule our class depending on from what time to what time we have the session. Okay, I'll be there on the webinar tomorrow at 10 a.m. So you make sure that you are there. I'll be watching you. See you all. Bye.